Good evening, everybody. How are things? This is Brandon Doherty, Delaware Weather Guy, bringing you your Tuesday evening, and if you watch this Wednesday morning update, I want to bring us to Saturday, the first, because um, there's still chatter about a big storm this weekend that hasn't even come to fruition, and technically is still way out here, actually further north than this. Um, and there is the possibility of something this weekend, but when people are saying big storm, they really don't know what they're talking about. Um, but this is a weather prog for Saturday, and this is from the Weather Prediction Center. So it does show a low off the coast, but it's a really weak wave. Okay. Um, that would be originating from the North Pacific, and it kind of traverse a path like this with a cutting trough, but not very deep. Um, and then slowly go off the coast and up. Now, first of all, let me precursor this by saying there's been nothing this winter where the data would support um, a huge infusion of cold air and then a storm to pop up on the maps on Saturday. Okay. What's more likely to happen is there is going to be some kind of system, um, again, coming out of the North Pacific, and then dipping down into the mountain states, and then a upper level feature, the northern stream. Uh, it needs to get out ahead of it, and what it does, it's going to get out ahead of it to the point where this cannot meet up with this southern stream. It's too fast, and you're going to have a big blob of moisture about right here comes Saturday night, maybe late Saturday night, early Sunday morning. Okay. There's no antecedent cold air. Um, our cold air source is departing, and it's not like it will leave some cold air, um, but not frigid Arctic air. So if this thing were to come up the coast and were to leave a batch of moisture, we're talking rain. Nothing has supported snow this winter, so why go off the reservation and say it's going to be a massive snowstorm for the megalopolis cities? If anything, it would be maybe a few inch storm for um, areas in the inland and in the further inland and in northern New England, but nothing on the side of massive storm. The European, our favorite go-to model, has just been sending this baby out to sea, which probably, which may likely happen. Okay, because we have this disturbance coming in from Canada, and it's really strong, but it's only staying in the upper regions of the northern um, eastern Canada, and kind of suppressing this feature to stay either off the coast or enough far enough off the coast where it only delivers, coastal rain to the coastal cities. So, you got to play. It's still Tuesday, but I personally, and the models, of course, have been up and down and around, and it'll turn into a big snowstorm for um, Newfoundland and Atlantic Canada, but usually does. So that's my play on it right now. And then really, they're sending out. They're out into the Pacific and near the Aleutian Islands. They're sending out a radio sound, and they're going to drop it into the system. So because they think that it's going to unclog the models and allow the models to sort this thing out, and for us to get a clearer picture, maybe by tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon. So I would say if we are going to see something, we're going to see it play out tomorrow in terms of on the models, and then transpire on Sunday. But are we going to see a massive snowstorm? I would say no. If anything, it would produce either rain showers or a steady rain for the coastal cities. So I really don't see anything significant there yet. Been doing some homework, and sea surface temperatures. We've been debating all year, really, the meteorological world. Are we in an El Nino, La Nina, or an ENSO neutral? Currently, we're in an ENSO neutral. Okay, if you see these statistical values below 0.5, that means we're in an ENSO neutral, and pretty much the Pacific waters really aren't playing, the easterlies aren't really playing a huge role in our weather. However, if you really take a look overall in these numbers, it's just been a huge batch of overheated ocean. And look at, you had 2018 go right into 2019 with a slight minimal El Nino. I personally think we're in an El Nino, mild one, and this confirms that we're possibly into one. But the weather systems have just, that's why when I think I said earlier this winter, we're in a la nada. We're in, basically, this weather pattern is a nothing pattern, where the Pacific's jet is just screaming and it has nothing to stop it. However, winter weather lovers, there are small hints that your luck is about to change. And our teleconnections seem to pan out that possibly by the first week of February, we could be seeing some blocking, and we could be seeing some cold enough where if we do get a system that comes in, even if it's not a coastal system, but this would indicate a coastal system sometime between this weekend and the first week of February. I personally I would favor this period between the 5th and the 7th period for something, it could be our first winter maker. Because we have the cold, we have the blocking, any precipitation that comes up, and if it's cold enough, we would get our snow. And if there's enough blocking, it could turn into something more significant. So keep hope alive. Don't throw in the towel yet. Oh, Earthquakes. Oh my gosh, folks, they're just all around town. Um, we had one 41 kilometers, that's about 20 some odd miles, southeast of the east end of the Cayman Islands. How about that? 7.7. Yeah, this baby had some shake to it. But according to sources, it really didn't do much to Jamaica. Although reports of the seismic activities were felt in Miami, and everybody started screaming. Then they went out to get Mai Tais out on the streets of Miami with Super Bowl week. So yeah, crazy. It's amazing how many earthquakes there are during the course of a day. I mean, look at all these earthquakes, and they're mostly around the Ring of Fire. If you don't know what the Ring of Fire is, it's a series of fault lines, and basically it goes from east of India all the way around Indonesia, up and around towards Alaska, and of course down the coastal Pacific and the Pacific in the U.S., and then all the way down to Chile. So basically, all these lines indicate the Ring of Fire. And there was no threat of a tsunami, um, anywhere when this event occurred. So just a little, and the U.S. This site is great. USGS site is wonderful. All right, that's it for me. Hope you have a great Tuesday night. I am on a free night. I'm a teacher treat night because it's Catholic Schools Week. Don't forget to download my app for Android and use it, share it, download it. I had to update it tonight. And my major announcement tonight is I have submitted the app for Apple and iOS approval. And I should know within a week or so. There you go. However, it's going to be a paid version, just to let you know. Okay? So leave your comments and leave your questions, and I will update you more on the launch of the iOS version. Brandon Doherty, Delaware Weather Guy, saying adios.